What's up, y'all? So I'm coming back to you with another video. I felt like I needed to elaborate a little bit, so I figured I would call this one alpha female, so I can explain the perspective of an alpha female, because that's what I consider myself to be. Basically, your alpha female is like the Neo song, the independent woman. Like, she got her own. She gon', get it regardless of who she's with. Like, her life isn't gonna stop depending on if she has a partner or she doesn't have a partner. Basically, she hustles like a man. I think people need to understand the history in your childhood and how you come up. I think that really molds you. Like, I was raised by two strong women, you know what I'm saying? They really, got their own and hustled like a male. And also, like, the male figure that I had in my life, that was my grandfather. He was all about his business and about his money. Like, I actually used to watch him bury money. So, like, that's why when I was talking about in my last video about money, I don't have the same relationship as other people with money, or like a lack when it comes to money and things like that, because of the way that I was raised and the things that I've seen. So it's just like, that's why it's hard to impress me. When you see someone and you were raised by people that did what they were supposed to do, your outlook on life is just different when you're an independent woman. If you seen things done the proper way, the way that it should be. And don't feel bad if you aren't an alpha female. Like, a lot of people aren't, So it's just like, I was just explaining what I am. I always like to explain from my perspective, my life, and, what I've been through. So where you get a little bit more of me, in my videos. So, that's why I wanted to explain it more. So don't feel bad if that's not you. I mean, we all have our own, our own lives. We're all supposed to be who we are. So you're not supposed to be me. I know a lot of people that are like me, but it's just, it just really depends on, life itself. But, don't feel down on yourself, and, don't take anything from anyone. I know that some people have this impression that an alpha female or independent woman is too much, or, she requires a certain thing and, it's too much work for them. And that's true, because the thing is this: if something isn't for you, it won't align. So of course it's going to be work for you, because that's not your position. That's not the job or the spot that you're supposed to have. So it's just like a job, like the relationship. When you meet, it's supposed to be chemistry. If you vibe and it clicks, then it does. If it doesn't, it won't. So it's gonna feel like, or you're trying to force it, or you're trying to be somewhere that you should not be. It's kind of like, everyone cannot date a boss. I figure it's a boss mentality, right, that we have. Everyone cannot date a boss. Now, two bosses can date one another. Some people feel like, oh, well, they'll clash, but that's not the case, because we all know how to be, vulnerable, and we all know how to take the lead and let other people take the lead. Like, we know. You just gotta have the power. You gotta have that right, energy. If you don't have the right energy or confidence, we want to give you a chance. Like, basically, we gonna run over you. Like, that's just how it is. Like, seriously, like, we need somebody with the right amount of confidence that we have. The right amount of independence, like, nobody's going to be tracking you all day. We all have stuff to do. We have goals to meet. Somebody that's ambitious, because we are very ambitious, no matter who we with. Like, talk to another ambitious person, they'll tell you, it don't matter who I'm with, these goals do not stop. I see myself somewhere in 5 years. I see myself somewhere in 10 years. It doesn't matter who I'm with. I don't see the person that I'm with. What I see is me. So my life is to get me to the next level, and that is all I'm concerned with. And so as someone comes into your life, of course, when you fall in love and things change, you merge towards partnership and things like that. But as for now, as a single woman, I'm advising you that we are number one. That's why I said in my last video, I said, always choose you. You come first. What you want comes first. Your happiness comes first. I understand some people actually like things that are easy and that are, like girls that have low confidence, and it can be bosses with low confidence as well. But we're just a whole nother breed. That's really all that I can tell you. Like, some people like certain things. Somebody needs somebody that's needy. Somebody to, where they wear the pants, and somebody to need them and them be the provider and make them feel a certain way for their self-esteem. Some people actually need that. So that's why it's important to be real with yourself and really only give a chance or give your energy to something that you're really interested in, that's really for you. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time or wasting somebody else's time. Now, as for me, I'm attracted to confidence and ambition. Like, basically, like, match my vibe. Like, basically, you gotta match my vibe. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I'm willing to accept. Anything other than that can just fall to the wayside. Like, I'm not even like paying it any attention. So that's why a lot of people feel like, oh, she's hard to get, or it's just, we don't align. We have to align. Like, I know what I need. I know what it takes, and I'm not. People have this assumption that it's hard to get in and we're just heartless and all of that. Before you get to know us, I'm an Aquarius. So either we're all in or we're all out. So before I get to know you, we're all the way out. You know, it's like a wall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to get through to us. Once you're in, we have a hard to go. It's really hard for us to, you know, get rid of you unless you like do some messed up stuff. But we're really good people with huge hearts, and we protect our hearts. That's why people don't feel like we have it. It reminds me of a queen. Like, think of a king and a queen. Do you see a queen like smiling all the time or just like jovial? You don't see that. You see a front. Basically, it's like from childhood. Like, I used to smile a lot and laugh a lot. I was raised by my mom and my grandma. My grandma used to say, you smile too much. You want people to take you seriously. Like, when I meet people, it's kind of like, okay, what's up? Like, I give you what you give me, basically. But yeah, like, we're nice people. We have hearts of gold. But it's just like, only the people that we let in will see that. Until you get in, like, you probably won't see that. Because, like, you have to, just like with jobs and interviews, you have to filter out certain candidates. Because you already know, like, no, this, you won't last. I just really feel that you have to live your life. Like, whatever makes you happy, whatever you're attracted to, whatever you want to do, that's what you should do. Not, you know, what you think, oh, I think this would be a nice fit, or just signing up for things that you know good and well that is not for you. Like, just live your life, know your worth. That way nobody can ever try to, you know, devalue you or, like, play you or any of that. Just live your life and do what you want to do. I feel that your vibration determines your worth and, you know, what you accept, what you're able to even align with. Like, so that's why you have to make sure that you keep your vibration high, that you're a good person. That way, that's what you can attract. Otherwise, like, you just gonna get what you deserve. That's just how it is. I was talking to someone earlier. Basically, I posted something in my story about the signs, and hers wasn't so good. It said the Geminis were liars. And she was like, it said I was a liar. I didn't even look at hers. And I was like, well, my rising is a Gemini. I was like, I understand Geminis. I was like, I don't think that you're liars. I just think that everyone doesn't deserve to know your honest opinion or what you're thinking. So basically, like, say, for instance, like, I told her straight up, like, I don't argue with people. Like, I choose my battles. I've learned that over the years. It took a while now. It took a lot. But if you want to be right and you're just like, you know somebody's wrong for sure, I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. Because you can think that you won you can, what they say, lose the fight, win the war. Like, basically, I'm not going to let anybody else ruin my day. And if it's like somebody, like, say somebody you work with or something like that, you really can't give your honest opinion, how you honestly feel, let it go. Stop like, yeah, you're right, and let them have it. That was funny because I said that I wanted to include in my videos some of the sayings that my grandmother used to say, and she used to say, sometimes you got to play a fool to catch a fool. When I was little, she told me that, and it always stuck with me because it's true. Because she used to be like, you too smart for your own good, and I always wanted to be right and like, no, but you don't understand this. Like, I'm still trying to get my point across. She was like, no, you can be so smart that you dumb. Like, you really have to play a fool to catch a fool. Like, don't let anybody know where you are at all times. Like, you got to study people like they study you. It's people that are deliberately around you to figure you out. So you got to play a game, whether it's like at work or wherever this is. You can't let them know what's really going on. You get what I'm saying? It's like you got to be able to have discernment. And I know this may sound weird, but I just felt the need to put this in this video because it was on my mind, and that means that it's gonna come across somebody sometime soon. It always does it. Like, a lot of my videos after the fact, somebody's like, "Oh, well, yeah, this did happen." So it's just like, if I said it, if it's on my heart, then it's meant for somebody. But in the meantime, I hope you take from this video just to be who you are. If you're not an alpha female, you know, you another type of female, that's cool, be you. But I just wanted to have more understanding for who I am and the women that I represent. And so people have a more basic understanding, like, you know, go where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Be with where you're supposed to be. Don't try to ever fit in and be someone else. Be yourself. Always stay true to you. So to sum this video up, always be true to you, no matter what that is. Always choose you. And just, you know, be good. Take care of yourself. Until next time, bye.